Hey, welcome to 23 Degrees Sideways. Haven't done an update in a couple of days. One of the reasons for that is I'm having a lot of life stuff. I usually have about a week of videos backed up. Unfortunately, part of the problem with that is that I have to spend 45 minutes minimum to upload a video that is 10 minutes long because the internet in the entire valley, this rural valley, is so bad. At least it is through the local monopoly telecommunications company. Wow, it's bad. So last week, I don't know, nothing really significant has happened. I mean, the gun control thing, this Chipman guy, oh, it's horrible, right? He is the worst. I feel like, to a certain degree, there's a level of stupidity here. That the narrative is so strong that people literally can't see. You know, Chipman has photographs of him in a pile of, like, ash and bones, includes skulls and stuff, right, at Waco. He's a propagandist. He's an advocate for gun banning, and you're supposed to put him in charge of an agency that's supposed to be, you know, Department of Justice. We're supposed to go and work with the laws, not try to make laws administratively. It's just horrible, but the narrative is so strong, I think they actually believe what they're doing. Like, they're stupid enough to believe that this is the right, this is normal, that none of what he's done, none of Ruby Ridge or Waco ever happened. At the same time, there's a part of me that really thinks that they know damn well what they're doing, and they're throwing it in our faces, you know, and that goes all the way down. So right now, all of a sudden, the big threat, you know, the Justice Department has been told, the intelligence agencies have been told by the career establishment state that white supremacy is the fear, the new thing, and it's the biggest threat in the country. And there's nothing to back any of this up, okay? There's no data here, all right? When you talk about actual crime, gangs, cartels, human trafficking, when you look at what's killing people, what the threats to democracy are, you know, this white supremacist terrorist movement is not even on the radar, okay? It barely exists. But it's the national priority. It's the one thing everyone has to be scared of. It's the, what was that dude in the 50s? Whatever. I'm a little too annoyed to deal with all of it. It's the FDR moment with the Japanese Americans, okay? That's what it is. It's absolute horrible using hate, outrage, and fear to push a political agenda. And I really think they're trying to do it to end freedom. Remember that the purpose of America here, the point here is to protect your liberty and to promote your liberty. And everything coming out of politics right now is about restriction and punishment. Punish the rich, punish whoever, punish the police, punish the veterans, punish anyone you can, punish white people. You know, I'm honestly surprised that the mouthpiece, Joe Biden, hasn't actually declared white males to be illegal. Man, I know I'm ranting right now, and this is going to be a short rant, but the whole thing is so ridiculous and over the top and crazy. You know, we have people genuinely, honestly going for putting 2-year-olds in masks full time. You know, we have people using the vaccine as a social justice statement, okay? Everything it's so backwards, it's so programmed, and it's so obvious, okay? You know, the narrative on the pandemic has changed over time. We've gone from flatten the curve to we're going to spread vaccines around as viruses in an uncontrolled manner across the global population. That's the new thing. What the? I mean, oh man. Let's use science responsibly. Let's infect the whole human race with stuff that we know has to be right because somebody didn't test it for 30 years? Like, what? Oh, man, this is going to be so much fun to resist, okay? The resistance aspects of this are going to be amazing. They've gone so far over the top, it's like a bad dystopian novel. And it makes it more fun, right? When you have to resist, if they're going to put you in camps, right? We've got lots of junior camp guards in social media right now. And they're looking there and they're advocating. They're like, oh yeah, we get to punish these people. We get to put these people in camps. We get to put them in jail forever. You know, and our justice system is completely complicit. The government is toast, all right? They've canceled the parking permit, okay, for staging the Memorial Day rally, Patriot Riders, all right, at the Pentagon, because politics, because they're evil people now. They might be Trump supporters, whatever. You know, we're holding there is not one actual case of violence, armed violence, insurrection, anything in any of the Capitol riot cases. It's just trespassing cases. But people are being held in prison without bail as political prisoners for just for politics, all right? They're being denied basic, fair, equal treatment under the law for politics, all right? The whole thing is a mess. But we've got it to the point where the FBI, the Justice Department, the intelligence agencies, the security state is working with that. They're no longer protecting the Constitution or people. They're advocating and working with this power structure. And that's bad, right? That's like, oh, we're going to have to fight it. And it's ugly and it's nasty because these are the people who put you in camps and feed you, feed you to rats as part of your torture and the whole thing, all right? We don't want that, all right? That's bad. But at the same time, they're so ludicrous. They're so over the top. I mean, Chipman in charge of the ATF is so freaking hilarious, banning menthol cigarettes in 2 days to prove executive action. Everything, all of this is so hilarious and over the top and such a bad dystopian movie. I mean, I keep expecting to see Donald Sutherland doing a dark comedy evil overlord in the White House every time I turn on the news. Like, that's what I'm waiting for, right? It's so over the top that the rebellion, the resistance, the freedom movement, the supporting the First Amendment, it's actually funny. Like, I mean, there's an amusement value to it. There's a positivity to it because it's almost like art at this point. Resisting the tyranny is almost like art, like comic book art, because it's just, they're so over the top, you know? You're fighting a 1950s Joker, not a 1990s Joker. This shit is hilarious, all right? So, yeah, bring Chipman on, bro. like anyone who's actually got the intelligence to look any of this stuff up is going to take any of this seriously, At this point, obviously, the government is trying to make a farce of itself so that we ignore it, and agorism becomes the default way. But, fuckers, they're so over the top. It's, man, whatever it is, civil war, insurrection, resistance, the new punk, the new punk is going to be at gun ranges with, like, fishing vests and stuff. Whatever it is, it's going to be much more positive, happy, amusing, and snarky than they could ever imagine because they're so frickin' dumb. Stay sideways, and remember the resistance.